Here's another question I get quite often. In fact, coincidentally, I received it just today before we started filming. So when did you get into this whole video production thing? You know, when did you discover your passion? When did you decide that video production was the career you wanted to follow? Well, it kind of goes back to when I was like 5 or so. I remember using my first VHS-C camera. I remember seeing that little monochrome viewfinder, and everything I saw in there happened in real time in front of the camera. And I was like, whoa, what is happening there is happening there. This is crazy. Again, I was like 4 or 5 years old. So that was amazing to me. So I kind of didn't do much at that time, I just thought it was cool. But then a little while later, in 2nd grade, we were watching Reading Rainbow. And you know, LeVar Burton was hosting that, and he was also on Star Trek. So one of the episodes showed Star Trek behind the scenes. And when I saw how everything was faked and how everything was done behind the scenes for a film shoot, I was freaking blown away. This was me back in 2nd grade seeing this cool shit, and I was like, whoa, I want to do that stuff for my living. So that was also the time I discovered my passion for writing, because we were also assigned to do creative writing in class. And I think writing and video production really can go hand in hand. And I like doing both of those things. And I discovered both of them around the same time in my life. So I think that worked out really well for me. So I took those skills, and then it was about before I went into the 7th grade, I started using my first nonlinear editing software. And from there, I just went full speed ahead. And now here I am now, like 10 years later, still doing this stuff. In fact, I also like teaching it as well. I remember back in elementary school, I was asked, what do you want to be when you grow up, Ken? And I was like, I want to be a teacher. I wasn't really thinking about it, but that kind of runs in my family, so I guess it was a subconscious thing. And I'm teaching now. I'm actually a contracted teacher to teach video production to people that are beginners to it. So writing, video production, and teaching, all of those things I discovered early in elementary school, and I've stuck with them, and many years later, I'm still doing them. Hell, you wouldn't be watching this if I didn't pursue those passions. And the thing is, when I tell people that, they're usually pretty surprised that I discovered it so early. A lot of people tell me they discovered their craft like in college. Some people decide what they want to do, get to college, waste a lot of money, and then need to change their life because they're like, I don't know what I want to do with my future now. So I guess the takeaway I want to be for this episode is try to nail down and try as much as you can before you get into college, because that's when the free trial of life ends and now it's pay to play. So you want to make sure you can really nail down what you want to do so you don't spend a lot of money and waste a lot of time in school trying to figure out what you want to do. I recommend trying to nail that down before you get into college. So if you liked what we talked about here today, feel free to leave a like down below and share your support. And if you have a suggestion for another topic you want addressed on the show, feel free to ask in the comments below. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the not too distant future.